Good morning, everyone. My name is Gail Shields. I'm here to honestly just tell you my story. I was recently diagnosed with hereditary angioedema. As you can see, my lip's a little bit swollen right now. Not as bad as last night, but I just want to tell my story. I've been going through this for 5 years now, 5 complete years. And at first, I couldn't receive any help. I went on YouTube, TikTok, talked to my doctors. I went through so much stuff in the last 5 years that nobody should to go through. Scared to eat, scared to go to sleep, throat swollen. Last year alone, I've been in the emergency room countless of times. I think the doctor said over 9 times in the ER, and in 1 year. And honestly, it's not even how many times I had it. Most of the time, I just went to sleep and just hope that I'll wake up next morning because it was just so bad and nobody could help me. I went online and I see people going through the same symptoms, but it's not really a solution. Nobody really had a cure. And I was lucky enough to actually find not a cure, but a way to calm angioedema down, at least according to this doctor, which I will talk about later on. So just to start off, I just want to tell you my backstory. So like I said, my name is Gail. I am 33 years old. This happened to me beginning of 2019, around May at that time. I found out angioedema is not what you put in your mouth or in your body, it's how your body reacts to stuff. So around that time, I was going through a lot. I was pregnant at the time by another man I was talking to. Apparently was married, had no clue at all, was dating for about a year, thought he was divorced. I lost my job at that time. I was in Atlanta by myself, didn't have nobody, and all these stresses. And my body didn't know how to react to it, so this started happening. And I didn't know what it was. And I pretty much didn't know what to do. So I went to a doctor. A doctor sent me to an allergist. The first thing that they told me to do was take an allergy test. I took an allergy test, and the man was like, "Oh, well, on this thing, it says you're a little bit allergic to shrimp. You're allergic to shrimp. You're allergic to shellfish. What's a shrimp? You're allergic to salmon. You're allergic to soy. You're allergic to dust. You're a little bit allergic to canola oil. Stay away from all these things." And I'm like, okay. I never knew I was allergic to none of these things. So life been hell, right? So I'll go to restaurants. I can't eat in the grease with shrimp because I was afraid I was gonna break out. I can't eat in certain oils. I was scared to go to sleep at night. I will dust down everything in my apartment at least 2 or 3 times a week to try to avoid that. But yet, y'all, it still kept coming back. I wake up in the middle of the night one time. The doctor even told me, if you didn't come here sooner, you wouldn't be here. Like, my throat was swollen, my tongue was swollen. And I'm going to show y'all some pictures to the point that I couldn't even breathe, right? So I'm going to walk you through my journey. Hopefully this helps. Like I said, the first thing they told me to do was keep away from them allergies. And like I told you, that did not work. And I didn't understand. I didn't know what was going on. I'm not staying away from shellfish. I'm staying away from salmon. I went back. I'm like, this is not working. They did blood tests. And it was like, well, your blood sample's okay. Your blood samples are perfectly fine. So just stay away from them things. And it didn't work. And that was my story for about 4 years. And literally, I would swell up. I would go to the hospital. I would get charged with going to the hospital. They would give me some prednisone. It would calm down. If my throat was swollen, they would keep me overnight. Send me back home. Give me a prescription for prednisone for 1 week. And it comes back up. Sometimes it was literally back to back to back. I'm in the hospital pretty much the whole month. And nobody could figure out anything. They're like, one doctor's like, oh, we think you have angioedema. Actually, allergist that. They're like, nah, your blood sample's okay. So I'm going to keep making stories about this. I am going to walk you through my journey. I'm going to let you know what the doctors told me to do. Like I said, the first thing they told me to do was to give up all that food, and it didn't work. And I did it for 4 years. So if you have angioedema and they telling you it's because of what you're eating, no, it's how your body reacts to how you stress and how you feel and your hormones. Like, you would know it's like when your menstrual cycle come on, if you're a female, it gets 10 times worse because your body's reacting. It's not about what you eat, it's about how your body reacts to stuff. So this is just the first video. Stay tuned. I'm literally gonna walk you through everything that every doctor told me, and then at the end, I'm actually gonna tell y'all what did work, how it worked, by the grace of God, what doctor I go to now, and what are the next steps for me, and hopefully this will help somebody out. So keep watching. I hope this helps. Please leave me comments any suggestions you have. I'm just going to talk about this journey. I'm excited to finally be able to have something that helps, hopefully, but we'll talk about that later. That starts next month, and I'm gonna have y'all with me throughout this whole process, and hopefully this don't have to keep happening much longer.